Visitors coming here to the museum will see hundreds of artifacts in cabinets. However, every object, no matter how humdrum, has a story greater than what's on the label. We can't tell everybody everything, but I think we should be able to give you a more in-depth chance here to look at some of our favourite pieces and to delve into their own story. The display here is about home fishing. Fish used to be very common around Shetland's coasts, and probably the most common of the whole lot was a fish that we called sillox, young coalfish. That's the proper name for the species. Now, they were so plentiful once upon a time that you could catch them by rod, but most common of all was catching them by net for the shore. You didn't need a boat, and you needed only very basic equipment to do it. The name for this object here is a pock, and it's basically a big cotton net bag. You're standing on the rocks around the shore. It was plunged into the sea. You just pulled up the pock once you'd seen that enough fish had gathered in there, and very often there was bairns near the hand and they'd help clear out the net. That sounds pretty straightforward, but there's a vital thing missing out of the equation there, and that's bait. Now, the main thing that they used for bait in Shetland was limpets. This is what was called a bait pick. It has quite a big handle on it, and that's not a coincidence. The idea is that if you do drop the bait pick and it plops into the sea, it'll float like that with its handle upright, so you can pick it up. And a bait pick was used to harvest the limpets, because to get them off the rock is no easy task. And so what you needed to do was to press it in underneath the shell of the limpet and give it a bit of a turn, just to spring the limpet off the end of the rock. You could put them in an iron pot, tack some pits down to the shore and leap them. And to leap meant to parboil them. If you're going to do a lot of fishing, the best thing to do was just to harvest up all your limpets, shells and all, put them into a hollow in the rocks, and to bash them up with a stone. This is the bait chopper, and it's really just a very simple form of hammer, I suppose, or a mallet. This particular one is made with a piece of granite, which has been naturally shaped on a beach to being more or less cylindrical. So you can imagine how somebody would hold it like that and just bash into the hollow in the rock to mash up their limpets. The thing that they were pulverising this rock into was a thing called a sow pot, quite literally the bait pot, and they were formed by centuries and centuries of pulverising the limpets, shells and all, into a paste. If you're going for a stroll around the coast of Shetland and you happen to see a perfectly round hollow in the rocks, something like a cereal bowl, I suppose, in terms of size, strikes you as being not a natural thing, 10 to 1, it's a sow pot. It's one of these long ago bait preparation pots.